So before we leave the Pinnacles National Park, I just want to let you know that it is one of the national parks. Let's take a peek at what this park has to offer. And Pinnacles National Park is actually the newest national park in California. It was incorporated in the 59th U.S. National Park in 2013, and it's 26,000 acres, and there's plenty to see and explore. They have caves, condors, wildflowers, waterfalls, and all these mountains that you can hike and climb as well. So just an off note, that condors are being found dead due to them eating the carcasses, and what happens is the carcass has been shot by the use of bullets that are made of lead, and so they just want to make hunters aware that that's what's going on with the condor, so we can prevent them from dying. If we can use other materials besides lead for bullets, it's better that way, so we can preserve this species. So the Pinnacles National Park is underrated. Again, it's the newest park. It's divided by rock formations into the east and west divisions, and connected only by foot trails. So the east side has the shade in the water, and the west has the high walls. And the rock formations provide what is called the jagged areas, and that's the reason why we call it Pinnacles. And it's also got caves, and it houses 13 species of bats. It's better to visit the park during spring or fall because it gets really hot during summertime, unless you get there really early. The Pinnacles was established as a national monument in 1908 by President Theodore Roosevelt, and was designated as a national park by the congressional legislation in 2013, and then was signed into law by President Barack Obama on January 10, 2013. The drive to 27 Topanga from LA, and at the end of it will be Highway 1, the Pacific Highway 1 by the coast. This is from 27 and heading to Highway 1 right by the coast. This is in Malibu, from Santa Monica. And then the Highway 1 becomes 101, and then from 101 you take 33 to Ojai to tackle the Twisty Road. So the way to Ojai, which is 33, becomes 166. So I was on 166. It becomes a straight road, and then I hit 101 north. And then when I saw the sign that says San Simeon to Hearst Castle, I exited there and went to Highway 1. So as I was riding through the Highway 1 to San Simeon, I found out that Hearst Castle was closed due to the pandemic. So I went ahead and turned around for a couple miles, and then I hit 146 to Paso Robles, going forward with the plan, going to Pinnacles National Forest. Originally, I forgot to tell you guys that the reason why I wanted to go to the Hearst Castle is in San Simeon. It's considered a National Historic Landmark, and California Historical Landmark, located on the central coast of California off Highway 1. And it was owned by William Randolph Hearst, the publishing tycoon, and his architect Julia Morgan. It was built between 1919 and 1947. William's father, George Hearst, purchased the original 40,000 acres estate in this area. So in 1919, Hearst inherited like some $11 million in estates, including the land at San Simeon, and he used his fortune to further develop his media empire of newspapers, magazines, and radio stations, and the profits from which supported a lifetime of building and collecting. In the Roaring 20s and into the 1930s, Hearst Castle reached its social peak. So William Hearst was very sociable. He has had Hollywood stars there, including Charlie Chaplin, Cary Grant, Greta Garbo, and many more. And then the castle was under almost continual construction from 1920 until 1939, with work resuming after the World War II and Hearst's final departure in 1947. Hearst, when you go in, it's worth a visit once if you're fascinated with castles. I know there's a lot of castles in Europe, but this is a Hearst castle in the United States is rare. So Hearst had like a passion for architectural stuff, art elements, antiques, silverware, textiles, and a lot of his purchase came from Europe. The architectural elements from like Western Europe, particularly Spain, over 30 ceilings, door cases, fireplaces, and mantels, and paneling as well. So he died in Los Angeles in 1951, and in 1957 the Hearst family gave the castle and many of its contents of the castle to the state of California. So it's has been operated as the Hearst San Simeon State Historical Monument and attracts about 750,000 visitors annually. It's too bad right now it's closed due to the pandemic. The Hearst family retains ownership of the majority of the 82,000 acres of it, so they actually do live there. And then a land conservation agreement reached in 2005 and has worked with the California State Parks Department and American Land Conservancy to preserve the underdeveloped character of the area. This area also, where Cambria and Paso Robles are actually places where they make the best wine. I think I consider it as the Tuscany of California, like Tuscany in Italy. So this is Route 146 to Pinnacles National Park. As you can see, as you drive through it, there's some ashes here. It looks like fire just went through this area. This is Pinnacles National Park. So this is part of the national park. So we're at Pinnacles National Park. It's King City. Half of the Pinnacles looks like it's burned, but looks like half is pretty good. Pinnacles is known for its towering spikes and colorful cliffs, so it's like for thousands of years, and it's mountain ranges. Hike right up there. Looks like there's not a lot of people. That's what all the rocks look like from here. You can stay around the area as well. It looks like during the week nobody's around, so it's perfect time to actually stay here. But you can hike this trail. It's not very much, but you can actually hike that Pinnacles. And so we'll go down to the Pinnacles trailhead, and I turned right from the visitor center. This is where the trailhead is. So let's proceed to the north. We're heading to San Francisco from Pinnacles National Forest. That will be our next motorcycle adventure. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned.